All right, hello. My name is Jerry Suarez. My project will be based on the trivia game. I will try to make sure to keep this 15 minutes so I'm able to upload it to YouTube. So, for my project, as I said, we are doing the trivia game. I was able to implement the UI for Milestone 3 relatively well. There were some issues with some of the buttons, and as you could see, with the connection panel, you still have game room, the choices, the going away and spectate. Unfortunately, I tried to maybe move it to a different location, not in connection. It's just I'm just having a little bit less, not as much time to fix the issues, but I can tell that these buttons will work. So right now, as we're here, we can join the normal room. This would be I would say like the default room, like where you can search rooms, you can create rooms, you can join a room, and then if we go back to the chat room, which is this is the chat room. This is a default room. There's another room that you're able to just talk to each other. You can't play the game because this is not the game room. So let's do it for this one as well. Let's say Harry. Just trying to go quickly so I can make the 15 minutes. And Jenny. So as you can see, everyone is in the chat room. Unfortunately, for some random reason, I have the list of names. I mean, it was here, but it's not there no more. The list of names do not show up. But as you can see, it's fully implemented in the logic because in Jenny's room, you can tell that Harry and Jerry are in the same exact room. Now, granted, how this worked before is I had a fixed state where no matter what room you're in, the list will update to have all the players in whatever client is open. So what I mean about that is, let's say Jerry, Harry, and Jenny are in the chat room. If you make a game room, logically, let's say Harry leaves to that new room, Harry should be gone from this list and be moved to the new list, which is the new game room they made. Unfortunately, the fixed list I made, I thought it would fix it, but I mean, it's a fixed state, so it would constantly still have everyone in the same list, even though you're not in the same room. So I fixed it now, but the issue is that the other clients are not updating itself to show it. Like you saw before, I think Jenny was here, but now it's gone, and it's just a fix that unfortunately I cannot find during with the time I have. The chat functionality is fully implemented. It works. So like, hello. Yeah, you see Jerry's text. Hello. Hey. Harry's texting. And then hello again. As you can see, the text is implemented. Another issue I have encountered is I wanted this text to be in this box over here. I felt like it just made more sense, and I wanted this box to be the list. But as you can see, it constantly makes me. I guess no matter what I was trying to do, I guess I put the list there. I wanted to put it in here. I have logic for that. Maybe I just missed on. Maybe I'm just putting it in the wrong area, but I've tried fixing it a couple of times, and it just places it over here. I think I'm just doing something wrong. But as you can see, the chat functionality is working. The going away and the spectate, they do work as well. So going away, and as you can see, the moment I hit going away, it displays the list. It's very weird. I don't know why. The code for it is not connected to anything. It's somewhere here, but for time's sakes, for the 15 minutes, I could just briefly explain it. So when it comes to like the logic and all that, they're all like together in one file. It's a file around here, but for some random reason, it will always update no matter how many times you press like the away or back. So I think if you do again here, yep, you see now it updates. Um, so as we can see, spectating works as well, and spectating does work when you're playing the game. Where if you try to answer your question, it's going to say a spectator cannot answer the question. I think I could just do a little small test. Yeah, you see, spectator cannot send message. So this works with spectating going away. I don't think it was. I don't think it's necessary, but for spectating, it was for milestone 3. So that works. Um, and I'm very happy about that. So now, if we go back to game room. Game room used to be different. Game room used to not take me here. I don't know. Again, I don't know why the chat is with me, but game room would take me to to the connection area, which would actually mess up the code as well. Because when you're back in that room, if you hit a name and you try to connect again with that same client, the client for this originally will die. And it technically would have a new player, but the server won't even register the new player because it doesn't even have its own terminal. Like we didn't even open it, which is a bit confusing. So now, instead of so let's go back to game room. I'm going to create a new room so we can start the game. So we're gonna call it HR. Just make it easy. So HR joined room. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Room doesn't exist. Well, now I know that that it can actually tell if the room doesn't exist or not. Create. So now I've joined the HR room. Now, if I type HR here and join, there you go. We've left the lobby room and now we're in our actual new room. And as you can see, again, it's not updating, but I think with one button, yeah, it's still having the issue. I did fix it before, but it's just one of those situations where each time I run it, it's either working or not working. So this I'm gonna leave alone. So as you can see, that Jenny's in my lobby. I think if I put go, yeah, there you go. Jenny. Now Harry is in the lobby as well. So this works fundamentally, which is good. This is what I wanted. And as you can see, I have the ready button, the add questions. Add questions is letting you add questions during the game. You can add the category, the answer, and the question itself. I don't know why join is there. It's a little buggy. And how much? And okay, we're almost done. Um, so now in this phase of the trivia game, now we're in the game room. Now with game room, we can hit ready and we can start the countdown. I'm probably just gonna edit the video to just quickly go to the game, but that's gonna be the unfortunate part about the project is that the game could not run. I don't understand why it can't run. Um, I have the game in my question loader, which it's over here. I'm trying to find it before. Oh my god, question. Okay, here it is. Question loader. I have it here in this code, and all this is for the game. Like the way it's structured, the way it pulls questions, and it's able to get the answers because the question text the layout for the questions does matter. It actually does matter. So I had to make it like this layout, like this. Like apparently there was other layouts you can make it, but for the sake of the code to match, I had to make it that way. Now for milestone 2, the pathing was not this. It was something else. And it worked for milestone 2. I know screenshots are not counting, but I can't even get Milestone 2 to run at all. I do not know why. Milestone 2 has not been touched since 2 weeks ago, and this is what Milestone 2 would have been. It's just actually play the game. And my game works, but now it just doesn't want to work anymore. So I know screenshots are not counted, but this is the only way for me to prove that the game did work. As you can see, you can answer the questions. It might be a little small to read, but you can answer the questions. You get points, and there's obviously 3 clients. And it shows you the category of the question itself, and the 4 choices. And you're able to choose. But again, for the sake of the showing, I wanted to show that version of the game, but unfortunately, it just doesn't want to run. It keeps on not killing the game, but it keeps on it finds the file. It actually does find the file, but because it can't open, it goes straight to game over. Usually that's not the case. It would actually it would actually give you an error saying file not found. But but because it says game over, it technically did find the file, but it just can't display it for some reason. Um, what's time? 10 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes left. So let's just ready up. As you can see, my characters, they are ready. And there's also one another highlight. Harry, I mean Jenny's supposed to be highlighted too, but Harry is highlighted, meaning that they're ready. I made highlights for each of the players to be ready, and it's not just for the ready up. Going away and spectate have their statuses that show that they're away or that they're spectating. And I had them color coded, but again, I cannot. Oh well, I cannot get the color coding working, and as you can see, the game just does not work. This is the state that we're in, that I call where it's bricked. The game is done. It actually does show round one. It usually tells me it's game over, but now that's not even showing me anymore. And at this point, the game is done. The game does not work. These two clients, they're gone. And I tried my best to figure out why. I went through all of my of my rooms, my game rooms. I went through all my room as well, because I think that's why I think that's the problem. My server threads, I update all the server threads. I even added new cases, like for spectate, my user UI, my client UI, it's all updated, and it's just that's the main issue. Unfortunately, for time, I cannot finish it. I cannot fix the issue, but I can assure you that even if this was working, I would be able to display the questions there, already have the questions be answered, and have a functional spectate and going away. And I had statuses for the users as well. It would have been right here. They did work before, but it only worked when it was at a fixed state, and that's obviously not what we want or what I want, because that means that every single room we make, it's gonna have the same exact list, even though some of those people are not in that room. And it worked even with bug testing. Even with bug testing, it actually did work, but I couldn't implement it correctly, or I was doing something completely wrong. So we're going to ignore we're going to ignore that one, because I want to just show you that you can create questions. So let's make a new room. Let's just call it JR create. And with this button, create question, you can actually create at least like 5 questions, or I think I made 5 or 6. And you can implement this during the game as well. You can implement. I'm just typing random letters. You were able to implement it during the game, but as you can see, the game just does not want to work. And I've got almost everything correct. The main issue is the game itself, and that's the only problem I'm having so far. A little bit of a UI bug as well. Maybe I can make this a little cleaner, but that's pretty much what I've had. You're able to see you're able to see that you're able to answer each question. Obviously, I can answer each question because there's no game playing, and of course, like I said, spectating can't send messages. That is my project. It was working with Milestone 2. I mean, not the UI part, but the game itself. But implementing it to the UI, this is what I've gotten so far, and and my logic is there. It does show that I have it done correctly. I've went through it like 3 or 4 times, and I know everything works. It's just something about the UI, which I've updated, because mostly all is on the UI, and a little bit of the IO and the game events and all that, and the chat panel. Chat panel, it works perfectly great. I'm happy with that. But something like it's just somewhere around here. It's just not working to what I want. So that is basic. So that's my project for the trivia game. I wish it worked really well. It did work before, but but now when trying to go back to milestone 2, it didn't even. It's not working either. So thank you.